Is religion and spirituality necessary? No, it's not necessary. And this is amazing news. I mean, giving you this from my perspective, being in religion, both religion and spirituality, you know, for more than 5 decades, right? Practicing it like formally, less almost 5 decades, the yoga sciences, but practicing it informally, was longer than that. And even in religion, I've studied so many diverse religions, right? From Christianity, Judaism, to Hinduism, Saiva Siddhanta, Vedanta, Kashmiri Saivism, Buddhism, um, philosophies like the Greek philosophies, and all these things. So is all these things necessary, really? Because I met someone recently. He said, "I wish there was no religion. Why should we go to church and worship and all that? It's like and he was younger, in my opinion, younger because I'm 57 years old. He's 32 years old, and he's part of the current generation, right? This is uh, the adults, and the people want to steer away from it. So I believe no, it's not necessary, and I'll explain that in this video. So just want to ask you a quick favor. If you like the contents of my video, please also do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. This will greatly enhance my channel to be able to reach out to more people. And just an optional extra while you're at it, not compulsory. If you can just drop a comment and just share it with just one other person or your social media channel, whichever you prefer, I would very highly appreciate that. And thank you very much, especially just for your time, because I know how precious time is these days. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Osman. I'm a bioenergy healer on a master level with telepathic healing capabilities, specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and spiritual ailments. I have a special offer, telepathic or a 10-minute anxiety fix for just $5. I mean, less than a Starbucks coffee, right? Um, Depending which part of the world, right? And the good thing is it's done telepathically anywhere globally. You are instantly, and you don't pay unless you're satisfied. This goes for all my treatments, right? I don't charge for my time. I charge for the success and your happiness. It was a success and your satisfaction, right? Only after it's successfully completed and you feel it is successful and you are satisfied, then only pay. If you're not satisfied, no problem. Right? That's it. And some of the protocols are long, right? And it's fine. The other thing is I'm also an advanced level. So to get information, contact information, sorry, is yogawellness786.com, right? My website, yogawellness786, yogawellness786.com. I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing this art form for almost 50 years and teaching for 44 years. In that period, I studied under various masters from different schools of thought, from different cultures and across the globe, from the Far Eastern cultures, from the Eastern cultures, from the Middle Eastern cultures, and the Western cultures, right? With keeping my foundation on the scientific community, right? Not going beyond the limitations and recommendations of the scientific community. To that end, I basically, gleaned out the essence of what I've learned and created my own protocols designed for the 21st century, making things much easier, quicker, faster, more time efficient, and results oriented. Right? To that end, I now have students in over 100 countries. My favorite protocol is the 5-minute yoga and meditation program, which you can download for free from my website, yogawellness786.com, in exchange for subscribing to my blog, and where you can get more information about my services, testimonials, contact information, and so forth. And also remember that all my therapies are natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. So coming back to the topic on hand, the discussion. This guy I met, he was like, he said, why should there be all this? It's like it's he wished there wasn't such a thing. as a religion, because he comes from a Christian background culture, and he feels like he's now going there out of obligation and compulsion, not out of free will. And he can't, the way he mentioned it, he can't see. He said, why just can't have life normal? Just live our life. What must we go and pray and all this thing? I agree. This is not, I'm teaching this thing, I'm an energy healer and I've studied religion. Definitely, yoga, meditation, spirituality, religion is not necessary. There's no need to go and pray. You think if there's a God, he needs to be worshipped? No, it is fine, right? If there's a God, it's fine, right? Whether you believe there's a God or don't believe in a God, it's not going to be important, right? If there's one, right? And if there isn't one, you saved yourself a lot of headache, right? By just not wasting a lot of your time. But is necessary? No. You can live your life. So why do people go to religion or go to spirituality? Let's leave religion is a choice of everyone, right? Even myself personally, I'm a religionist. I've selected my own religion. Of course, obviously my name Osman. My site is Yoga Wellness 786 where which religion, right? Do I belong to, and so forth. So, but I don't take my religion and wear it, on the sleeve. It's something personal. I'm not going to talk about my intimate relationship. What happens, in the bedroom. Also, similarly, it's the similar category, right? It's got nothing to do with the public. It's just a personal thing and a private thing, right? And that's it, right? With regard to that, but from a spirituality purpose, like let's come because I'm a yoga meditation teacher on an advanced level and teaching for so long. It's not necessary. The only reason you engage in it is you want to fast forward your evolution, right? You want to fast forward your evolution. You want to open up. You want to explore. You're curious. You want to explore the boundaries. What is there? What is mysticism? Is there other frequencies that? What is going to look like? What did Gopi Krishna talk about? What are that? It's like very fascinating. It's like science fiction for me, right? Because I got into this in my childhood. And I was very excited about because I used to hear, oh, people get powers, they can float, they can be like Superman. I say, wow, I can be like, I can have superpowers. And that time there was no such thing. When I was introduced, there was no such thing as Spider-Man or Superman, that I knew of, at that time in the 1970s, early 70s, right? I'm from the 19th. I was born in the 1960s. So I'm from not old school, very old, almost primitive school. I'm from, right? From when the world was still primitive. There were no mobiles. There were no, even phones in the homes were not normal in our country. There was no television in my country that time. We used to tell stories in the evening, right? So what is the spiritualism is for those who's curious and they want to use quantum levels. I mean, you don't have to do yoga, breath work. You can just do normal sport, right? And exercise. Do yoga people generally living longer than people who's. There's no clear, concrete evidence that we can say there isn't an epidemiological study on that, right? But someone doing some type of thing, some type of sport, some yoga and so forth is going to do the same. So yes, we going to, I mean, explore higher level Kundalini, Samadhi, Nirvana, bliss. Can you get bliss in minutes? Yes, you can take, but you don't need yoga for the just pop a pill, right? You got bliss, you can get blissed out, right? I'm not advocating illegal drugs. There's legal drugs are also amazing, right? You can feel euphoric, very easily by just having some alcohol, right? And you can feel amazing, right? How the world looks like after you have a few drinks, it looks amazing, all right? You don't need, to go into spirituality for that, right? And maybe this says it's a solution to society that they're all so frustrated. I don't think that's the reason, that people not practicing yoga, meditate. That's why people are all stressed out and so forth. There's many other, factors because we are the population grew in 100 years, quadrupled in 100 years, right? The old systems is no longer working, right? And there's massive transitions, right? And in transition, there's going to be a lot of stress, right? Especially the transition is started getting faster and faster and faster. Before, every 10 years or every 50 years, right? And then it became every 10 years, then every 5, then every 2 years. Now it's 2 months ago, you're out of date. You're out of date. What happened a few months ago? You're out of date. When I do, I'm always updating myself on the latest strategies in social media marketing and so forth. And I'm an ardent follower of social media examiner. I don't get paid by them, to say this and so forth. I really love them so much because they really changed my life, my business life, my online life, and they are like a go-to source, when it comes to social media marketing. And I can get referred to some amazing professionals, through them. So, we find in that, especially, that if you are doing certain strategies a few months ago, and to say that no longer works. And even now for 2026, now it's now it's in November, beginning of November 2025, when I'm making this video, right? There's so many new rollouts, certain things. The ads that you're running used to be running on Facebook ads, no longer is relevant, right? Things are changing so fast. There's uh, so much of changes in the AI. There's a free summit, Tony Robbins on the AI summit. It's free. It's free between 6th and 8th November. And if you are watching this video, after the time, I'm sure you go do some research in Google. There's some way to connect with Tony Robbins. There must be some type of course or something available, right? And I mean, there's AI trainings available everywhere, right? But I really respect Tony Robbins, and he's got the muscle and the intelligence to select. And the people that he select, I believe, will be the best of the best in the field, right? And I want to memorize their names and learn and keep following, them on the social media and their websites and their trainings and their offerings, and purchase from these people as opposed to just purchasing coldly from anyone else, right? So things are moving so rapidly and so fast. Of course there's going to be stress, right? So we don't have to say because you're not practicing yoga meditation, this is why the stress. That is like, it's not scientific yet, right? Maybe it's true, maybe not, right? We don't know, but unlikely to be true, right? In my opinion, right? So let's come to Paramahamsa Yogananda. He says no, meditation and this yoga practices is just, if you, for those who want to fast forward, and you can fast forward it at a level. Let's refer to someone like Sadhguru. When like the most potent form of energy in yoga, the most potent and yet the most dangerous is Kundalini energy, right? Kundalini yoga. Don't play around with it, right? So I'm teaching it, right? Part of my KISS protocol, KISS, keep it simple, stupid, but got some two very powerful stuff and two for regular stuff. First two Kundalini, second one professional inhale exhale, right? KI. Then the next two S's, a spiritual connection. Of a simplified method, I use my Big Daddy meditation method that I've created, and the last S, sport. I mean that everyone can get into. I call sport the little brother. He's friendly. Everyone can approach him, and everyone loves little brother, right? Who doesn't love sport? And second one is a bit more serious. Not everyone loves Big Brother, right? It's a bit more, you need a lot of discipline and everything to get into, mindfulness practice and all that. Although I've made it very simple for those who do want to. I believe it's the best method, of course, because I created it, right? Of course, I'm going to say that. The other two, So coming back, do we need all these things? Always, no, we don't need it, right? I've been in it just saying, you can just live your life. You're going to be fine. If you include these things, you're going to fast forward it. It's going to go so fast. Your circumstances are going to change. We believe in energy, right? That everything around you is an extension of your energy. The people that you are communicating with, who's your friends and all, you'll outgrow them fast. Your life will change so fast, especially you activate Kundalini, that even the country you're living in will change. The religion that you're following will change. If you're following a religion, your favorite sport will change. Who you are as a person, you will not even be able to recognize who you are. In a few days it can happen, in minutes it can happen. the Kundalini activation, and you're going to go through life not like an average person. You're going to change careers, you're going to change direction, you're going to change relationships, you're going to outgrow relationships so fast. You're going to go. So is it a surprise, right? In answer, as a summary to, is all this necessary, right? Spirituality and religion. Is it a surprise that I'm on this level, advanced levels, and teaching these advanced levels, and where life can change so fast? I'm fast forwarding. Is it a surprise that I'm divorced 6 times? Is it a surprise that I've traveled so many countries? I don't know which is my own country anymore. Yes, I know where I was born, what my nationality is, but I don't know which culture I belong to. I don't know. It's like I'm just neutral. So I'm just putting up front that I'm neutral to everything and I'm neutral to everyone. I get confused when people identify as black or as white, male, or Caucasian. It's like me doesn't make any. Say, why do you have to mention that your color of the skin? I know people from other cultures that are a lightest complexion. I'm from South Africa. In Africa, there are many people of original African ethnicity whiter than the people who call themselves Caucasian white. So what is this thing, right? Everyone is, in my opinion, right? And you're thinking your genetics are different. No, your genetics are all. Let's do a genetic test. Which is the pure race? Let's see. Let's see what mixture you are. People are afraid because they don't want to find some Negro genetics in them or some white genetics in them because there's so many types of racism, right? And they don't want to find that there's a chromosome that says you are male or female, right? They want to sue the chromosomes, right? And so forth. So we don't want to go into all those arguments. But do we need all this spirituality and all that? No, we don't need. It's just I was very passionate about it, and my mission was to, because there were claims that it's possible to get the deathless body and extend my own life. I extended it, to this point. Although I'm not that old, right? I'm not like 200 years or something, right? I'm only 57 now, but I believe that I reached the point of death physically and health wise by the age of 38 because I was put too much into my business, so much of stress in my life, 3 heart attacks, third one was a major one, and I didn't expect to survive that. And I focused more because of my involvement in, from childhood, in this practices. I just took it more seriously to a much higher level. And I have, I'm been enjoying very good health until the time I lost my eyesight, right? 2.5 years ago. But we believe it wasn't anything from my health perspective. It was some allergic response, something I was allergic to or something, right? Not going to go into all those details. Currently, I can't get my eyesight back, right? So, and of course, I'm an energy healer. I can heal. I'm specialized in critical care recovery, terminal illnesses, right? Why? But I can't heal my own eyesight. So, it's because the optic nerve is damaged. So, if I can heal, reverse the damage to the optic nerve, I will reverse age as well, because that's what the Tanaka, experiment. The person by the surname Tanaka in Japan, he found a chemical that can reverse age mice, and the side effect was it also reversed the optic nerve damage, which is impossible to do, right? Even stem cells will not reverse the damage to optic nerve, and he won the Nobel Prize for it, right? So it's still to roll out, because this is in mice, on how we could adapt it, to for humans. But if I can repair my optic nerve, then I will reverse age also out of this thing, right? So of course I'm working on it, and I'm hopeful that I will be able to, heal myself. It's just that I believe my power level is not high enough because I'm on a master level. I'm not grandmaster level, and it doesn't mean if I'm grandmaster level is guaranteed it will, the thing. But I keep moving up, right? My energy levels, and wait for the scientific community to come out, either one of the two, come out with the formula for that can assist humans, right? What's already been assisting mice, and where the person found this thing, right? Won the Nobel Prize for it. So coming back to, is spirituality necessary for you? I went through a lot of difficulties into this field, and I would say from my personal belief, not really. Live your life is how you want to, right? Different strokes for different folks. Not everyone wants to go into the fast lane. Some people are happy to drive in the middle lane or to drive follow the speed limit, right? Some people want to break the sound barrier 25 times the sound barrier currently. SpaceX, Elon Musk, all hats off to him. His latest version, as of November 2025, can travel at the speed 25 times the speed of sound, right? Which is Mach 25. What is that means? There's a bullet from your handgun, your 44 Magnum or your 9 millimeter. 9 millimeter bullet is fast, very fast bullet, right? Because the smaller bullet, it's fastest bullet, right? In the handguns. 30 times faster than a bullet is his spaceship, his rocket. His rocket, what's the size of his rocket? The size of a skyscraper, a big, massive, heavy thing. To give you a perspective, they always running these testings, right? They exploding them to test the limits, and they entered the Earth's atmosphere, and it landed in the waters in the Indian Ocean west of Australia, and then from there back to Texas in 8 to 9 minutes. So 8 to 9 minutes back to Texas from Australia. What speed is that? Man, 25, 30 times faster than a bullet, right? This is where technology and all going in. Do you need spirituality and all? So, yes, you delve into, trying to find other dimension, but practically speaking, let me be practical, right? What's the chance of you having an out of body experience? Very bleak if you have the wrong teacher. We'll say almost impossible. huh? Right? Maybe 1 in 100,000 chance is being generous, right? Um, but all I'm going to say is my students, and I'm not surprised when they have an out of body experience within 1 to 2 days, and not that it's typically for all, but I'm not surprised. I've I've got some amazing protocols. But despite all this amazing protocol and me offering yoga and meditation, always the basic levels, whatever location I have classes there, and it's always been free from 44 years ago. Right, that type of classes, the actual traditional class also run is has always been free, right? And how many people attend? Free. I've got the simplest protocols, right? Keep it simple, stupid. A 5 minute yoga meditation program. I got so much power. I'm on a very high power level that I can specialize in terminal illnesses and critical care recovery, right? I can remove stress. I do a 10-minute anxiety relief for, telepathically anywhere in the world, right? In 10 minutes, right? To able to, of course, some people got more serious, and of course not a replacement for medical treatment, right? Please have to keep reminding this is in addition. Sometimes the medical treatment not enough, right? And they contact me, and people getting healed very fast. And why they're not coming to my classes? How many people is following my YouTube channel? You could check how many subscribers I have. It's not a popular field, right? And of course I can make it very hype. I mean, a yoga with Adrian, she makes it very simple, and she's trying to make it appealing to everyone, but I'm keeping it to the core, and doing it my way, my style, because I don't like to do things to get followers. I want to do things what I believe in, and create my videos not as a educational scholarly video, but more of giving of what I've learned from my personal perspective, and giving my own unique opinions and my own personal stories. In not just the theory. So I've got so much stories for every little single thing, right? When people talk to me, I can go on and on and on. And even my tone, when people listen to my tone, it has a so soothing effect. It's very difficult to stay awake, through my videos. And of course, I have shorter videos. I plan on, doing the 15-second videos and so forth, into TikTok. And I didn't want to go there because my niche is not there. But I want to introduce it to everyone. I want to keep it available for everyone, even for those it's not meant for. And I'm teaching this, not many people it appeals to. I say, please come to my classes, it's free and everything. I will do this for free for you. I will do this chakra unblocking for free. They don't even believe in energy healing. What is, I don't think this is possible, right? What is that? I can remove your stress and everything, right? Just come for a session and and experience it. They're not just coming. It's not easy, for it. But this is my path. I believe passionately in it, and I am an entrepreneur now for 29 years, and I decided to focus on my passion, left the traditional commercial entrepreneurship ventures, which I was very successful in, by the way, and decided to focus from my age of 50 on my passion, which is because I said now, because I know this field is very difficult to sell, right? Because the people who are healers and yoga teachers are not multimillionaires, generally speaking, right? I do know of some people who reach multi-billion-dollar stake, in turnover. So, I mean, Sadhguru in 2023 had 3.5 billion views, right, of his videos, and he's worldwide. He got 11 million volunteers in his organization. He flies in helicopter. He flies his, flight. He got his, he ride, he got his boat. He's got his motorbike. I mean, he's got lifestyle as well. But how many people can? Am I Sadhguru? No, I'm not anywhere near. I'm an energy healer on a master level, right? So is all this necessary? No, not necessary. It's very hard work, right? And not necessary, but some people, it needs a lot of discipline, dedication, practice. It's a lifetime commitment. This is like, get into it, you have to be in for the long haul, and the chance of success, if you are interested enough and you're dedicated enough and you're doing this thing, in a very dedicated manner with the right teacher, you're going to experience some level of success where you're getting a taste of out of body experience, so forth. 3 to 4% of that fraction of a percentage of people who are inclined to this field. So is all this necessary? No. So I also included religion, because the guy also said, is religion necessary? As I mentioned before, does God want you to worship him? No. So if you don't, why you know? Anyone forcing you to worship? No, don't force people. People shouldn't be forced to worship, because God don't need your worship, right? Why people, they choose to, because they feel solace in it, and scientifically it's been shown that the belief alone, from an epidemiological study, that people who have belief and faith and so forth, the stress is reduced by up to 30%, I think, and preponderance towards illnesses and risk towards chronic ailments and many of the illness is reduced by around 15%, right? And they've even shown that yoga practice itself, scientifically, there was a recent report that I read, that the yoga practice itself, a recent, I mean, there's been scientific reports throughout, but a recent one, 2025 report, says that it has a low to very low influence, but it is recommended in conjunction with, it will be very helpful in conjunction with medical treatment. So, although low to very low, but it is helpful, it's that little but counts, right? So, for low to very low, for you to get involved in it, and now religions, there's so much of, we becoming a pluralistic society, and people are starting to question because there's opposing views and other religions, and maybe the other religion is freer, and people skipping over from this religion to that religion, and is and then when you go, there's so much of internal politics and so forth, and it becomes like more stressful than helpful in some instances, but science says no, it's helpful, right? So from that perspective, maybe, but you're not obligated to, right? So it's your choice, right? You choose how you want to live, and make your choice. Don't put yourself into something feeling obligated, that if you don't do meditation, don't do yoga, you know, don't pray and everything, this is going to be a major problem for you. I don't think so, because you can live yourself happily, you can make progress. It requires a dedicated plan. Following these things doesn't mean you don't need a same dedicated plan. You still need someone with religion and spirituality, and someone without it. It doesn't make a difference whether you had religion, spirituality or not. You still need to do the same amount of hard work to achieve what you want to achieve, materially speaking. So, hope that information helps you and take care of yourself always.